So for the past few weeks, Red, aka Redigit, the lead developer and president of Redigit, has had issue getting into his Google/YouTube account. We'll talk about the severity of this and my own personal experiences from 5 years ago in this video. But first, my name is Graz, and welcome to channel Elemental Factor. I've done Terraria short videos here, like Let's Plays and Top 5s. So if you want to go ahead and check those out after this video, please feel free to do so. So before we delve further into this, I feel it should be stated the fact that both YouTube and Google are very big, and 9 times out of 10, your interaction with them is going to be automated in some form, whether it's a bot, whether it's link or canned response. So getting a hold of an actual person is really difficult. And Andrew getting any kind of help in this matter is going to be challenging at best. That's why he needs the community's help. So let's talk more about this. So on January 26th, Terraria official put out a tweet to Team YouTube and YouTube creators that there was some kind of access issue and they were disabled from getting into their account. Now, we actually noticed this a little bit earlier when the logo on the Redigit channel had vanished and we got this no logo appearance. Anyway, followed this up, we did get a response from Team YouTube who said they may be able to help without having to do the DMs. They were looking for more details and such. But unfortunately, here we are at February 8th and not much has been resolved. So with that, they've had no answers, no responses. They've gotten the runaround pretty much. And this is very, very confusing. And this is the problem I have with Google and YouTube. Again, being a big company, it's hard to get a hold of people. Even when you try to tweet, you don't have the easiest time. They're a machine, roughly. So as you can see, we've had other influencers here trying to help out. There's James, Chippy Gaming, trying to chip in to help as well. Made a little pun there. So on January 27th, websites like TechRaptor had started picking up this story, and the discussion was moving along. As we can see here on the 28th, Whitney Spinks, aka Senix, has stated that they appreciate the coverage, but there's no idea what triggered it still. And to this day, that's most likely still the case. If there's a problem, you'll know about it, but they won't exactly tell you what it is. Again, good luck finding out through their system. This is the very infuriating part about this, guys, is the fact that they just treat it so automated that you're almost dehumanized going through this process. Now, before we go on, I'll discuss my issue that I had back in 2016. I was actually laid off from my old job. I actually worked in retail for about 15 years, and I was laid off. I was on unemployment for a little bit, and my local state had gained access to my financial information, and they wanted to know if I was an employee of Google/YouTube. It's a fair question, and I understand because I was on unemployment, but the problem began when I could not gain access to anyone at said locations because, again, everything is automated, and there's just no human in this whole process. So I actually went on for almost a month without any kind of interaction. I began to face a lot of pressure from my state's unemployment board because they weren't sure if I was a contracted worker, which all YouTube content creators are. We're not employees, we're just contracted workers. Or if I was actual employee of Google/YouTube. My state board wanted to communicate with somebody from Google/YouTube. Now, I was actually faced with a lot of legal pressure in this because it is unemployment fraud. I can actually go to jail for trying to fraud this system. I was able to get a hold of somebody with a multi-channel network who was able to get me the information, but I never heard back from anything with Google or YouTube. They never had any kind of contact. There was never any kind of process to reach somebody, no human. It was just the runaround, which is what Red is getting right now. Just a constant runaround and no help at all. You're just dealing with machines, canned responses, and links. So ultimately, it led us to this point. Red has finally had enough. As over 15 hours ago, according to Twitter, we have Red basically stating the fact that due to all this frustration, he is no longer going to be working on the Terraria version for Google Stadia. And for those who don't know what Google Stadia is, it's basically a streaming platform that can go to your phone, go to your computer, or whatever. I think Google Stadia was a little bit overpriced. You had to pay for the subscription as well as the games you had to play on there for it. So you had to pay for the game as well. Not really my cup of tea. And here's the thing, guys. It's not even just his work and his love for Terraria. It's also the other games on his phones as well, because again, he's just locked out. He can't even finish his games. Lord of the Rings 4K. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. All of his Google Drive data is gone. Now that's really serious, because that could be plans, that could be financial information, that could be a lot of different things that we may not know about, but that could hit him very hard in the long run. Even again, he can't access his YouTube channel, and of course, he lost access to his Gmail address over 15 years. That's a lot of important emails. That's a lot of emails between other developers, other companies, other, third-party sellers, things like that. That can be very devastating. Just imagine not having access to that account. When it comes to taxes, this is tax time here in the United States. What if he can't get to that email address to do taxes and things like that? So as you can see, it can be fixed, but it's very infuriating. They pretty much shut him down on that. They shut everything down. And again, he has stated right here, he has absolutely done nothing to violate terms of service. So once again, he needs access to a human being there. He needs to hear what it's going on or what happened, because nobody knows at this point. So anyway, as he said, consider it burned. He thinks that the bridge is burnt, and I can't really blame him. So the bridge is burnt, consider it burnt. Terraria for Google Stadia is canceled, which, to be honest, I don't think it was going to be a big success on Google Stadia anyway, simply because Google Stadia's numbers weren't going to be really that impressive. I don't think the platform was ready to take off, and I think it really needed a lot more work before anything was going to happen. Either way, Google Stadia has lost out on Terraria. The company will no longer support any of your platforms moving forward. Big yikes. That is big yikes. I will not be involved with a corporation that values their customers and partners so little. This is true. I hate to say it, but this is true right here. This YouTube, Google, they just see us as peons. They don't give us any kind of human interaction or a way to humanly interact with people. You get stuck, again, with canned responses, with links. You get the runaround. That's it. Doing business with you is a liability, and that is, again, once again, true, because they want very little to do with their users. Everything is hands-off. You go through bots and canned responses, and you get very little to no luck. So by the end of the day, Red is fed up. He's done. He wants no more part of this. It's really messed up what he's going through right about now. Now, as for what we can do, basically, I think we need to speak out about this 2-3 times a week, maybe a little bit more than that. Even in the fandom, we really do have to kind of pressure these guys to get a response, because the only way they ever really do get a response is just by that pressure. So they're going to need a big response from the fandom to get help on this. I wish Andrew the best of luck, because this is not going to be easy. It's very, like I said, it's very infuriating. They're going to feel his wrath. Not that Google probably cares, to be honest, because they're big enough now. They probably really don't care. And that's really, really sad. So anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you as always. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please be sure to hit that like button, as it helps the channel out greatly. Subscribe for more videos coming soon. I really haven't done much uploading lately. Been doing a lot of live streams on Fridays and such, so if you enjoy those, come hang out, man. Come talk with us. I'll be playing some more Terraria Master Mode here soon. We'll be doing some other games as well, but I really think we need to get some justice for Red and Redigit, because this is a bunch of bull crap, and I think this isn't good, man. We need to let Google and YouTube know that their users need interaction. You just can't put us off into a corner and give us a bot or a canned response and everything's okay. So once again, let me know what you think. Take care, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll see you all again next time. Peace.